That's if Samuel's here.
Yep, Sam's here.
Yep.
You guys want to give a brief description? Very brief, because it was a very brief, quote-unquote game.
It's time to assault the
Very big.
Hell's emissary on the fire plane. That's what we're doing, right? Full frontal assault.
We all had nightmares about shit.
Most of us won't talk about them.
Some of us had more traumatic nightmares than others. But we all know that we had nightmares.
Josen's a jerk who has a patron who can protect him from nightmares.
Guess Hades is a pretty cool dude.
Yes, I love you. No, I don't have any food. Hang on, stop it. You just went out.
Do they have water?
No! I'm not taking you outside goddamn again.
Sorry, guys. Puppies are being obnoxious.
Oh no. That's why we have lapdogs and crates.
Oh my god. Have you guys heard about the Birds of Prey movie Hollywood is putting together?
Birds of Prey? Is it like Birdemic?
Okay?
No, it's a superhero movie.
Okay.
It's based on the characters of Black Canary, Batgirl, one or two other people. In this one, they've got Harley Quinn as well. And
Oh no.
they announced the name of the movie, and this is the actual name of the movie: Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say like, oh, isn't she just stuck onto this cast? But,
No,
They're gonna
it's
run with
her
that.
movie.
it is her movie.
Alright,
Anyone hear about the new Deadpool movie?
so
Once
Christmas
Upon a
special?
Deadpool.
as you guys settle down for breakfast,
No such thing. The dog agrees.
last night's dreams weighing heavily on you.
A dog barks in the night, but is there anyone awake to hear it?
Somewhere,
The dog
a
does
dog
not care.
exists. This is the new story of the century.
Buddy, stop.
Do I want to pick up a Moto G6?
What are you guys doing?
Oh. I wasn't sure if we were jumping into it.
Yep.
Alright, jumping into it.
Ignore the dog. We are.
Ignoring the dog behind the screen.
Ignore the dog behind the curtain.
That's the one.
He's been out twice. He's fine.
Well, after finally finishing his drink, Macklin pushes his small glass aside, dusts off his hands, and sort of stands at his stool. Oh, just a minute, lady. Have we put any thought into our current plan of action?
Our guide ought to be arriving shortly. I believe we should take a walk to the inn and see what we can see over there.
Cocks a brow slightly. Now, when you say inn, do you refer to the one being run by a certain baroness?
No, I meant the one being run by a water elemental. Yes, that one.
He nods a little bit, and then goes about stroking his chin. Unfortunately, I do believe by now, if the Baroness still lives in some way, shape, or form, they would know to avoid a paladin of the Raven Queen, as well as well, and he looks Josen over. You do look considerably different from the last time I saw you. And fortunately for us, Seamus can appear as any shape that he wants to.
And what would you propose then?
I propose we get a lay of the land, see how close we can get without being spotted, and find whoever's keeping a lookout there. Certainly there will be security of some kind, bouncers, spotters, hired hands to keep traveling heroes far away. At that note, I'm going to look Cure over. She has a different cloak from the last time that we encountered this whole flesh trade group. And her mask is different now, right?
It's a bit more embellished.
Yeah,
embellished.
but not different enough where you think that it would actually grant her any sort of...
That's Cure the Undying. Whatever name she has for herself, that's still fucking Cure.
Yeah. It's still Cure. It's still a paladin of the Raven Queen who seems to be on a particular path.
Right. Perhaps then, Cure, you could meet Velmica, get the lay of the land, find out who is who and what is what in this town. I, myself, Josen, and Seamus, we could go to Bellefleurs, Seamus under disguise, and, well, Josen and I don't stand out too much. We could get a look at the place, know what's what, gather some information, and meet back here.
I kind of squint at Macklin from behind my mask.
Unless, of course,
You wish to split the party.
Unless you'd prefer to go without your cloak, or hiding your shield. We've been over this, Cure. You don't like to cover your faith up.
I take a long moment before speaking. There are more important matters here than the display of my faith.
Macklin looks aghast for a second, just like, what? What did I just hear? Alright. If that's the case,
Macklin just makes incoherent baby noises.
and,
It's all his astonishment can convey.
well,
It is.
okay, we'll work with that. Let's see what we can do. In the 2 days, day and a half that I've been here, how much does Cure stand out? Are there any other groups or guilds, or is there any type of travel wear that appears similar to how she would be dressing?
Similar to what Cure is wearing? No.
Okay.
How about
Is-
individuals walking around with heavy armor and armed?
The ones walking around with the heaviest armor are the Ifrit, who patrol the city as the guards, the Illuminated. They are wearing heavy armor, but it's in bronze and gold colors. It's definitely brighter than your subdued blacks and purples and blues.
And impersonating one of them would probably end badly.
It would be hard for you to impersonate one of them when they're like 12 feet tall.
Holy shit. I can do a lot with the disguise kit. I can't do that. Your armor, is it, not magical by any chance? The kind that could, compact, expand, disappear, reappear?
That's a thing?
He sort of shrugs a little bit and nods.
No. No, not in that respect. It is made of mithril, but that's about as far as the magic goes.
How are you without your armor?
Kind of shift a little bit, somewhat uncomfortably. Blue.
Well, One blue woman walking around is a coincidence, two is a conspiracy, so we should avoid that.
I believe a Azamar walking about in public would draw as much attention as our friendly guide is repelling it.
Absolutely. Looking Cure over with all of her armor and all of her bulk, if she were to dress in the cloak, just a plain-ass tattered cloak, how well could she be concealed?
It would depend. What's the cloak covering? Is it just covering her armor? Is it covering her mask?
Are you muted, Macklin?
I am muted. Are there creatures in this city that are, like, just big and bulky, that if cloaked she could pass as, I don't know, like an orc?
Yeah, there's orcs, there's a few, looks like maybe kind of some sort of Goliaths. The Ifrit, of course, but they're significantly larger.
There's a range of devils as well, correct?
Devils and demons, yep. Tieflings are pretty common.
Tieflings can be blue-skinned, and I think devils too, right?
Roll me a nature check.
Nature check, okay, let's see what I can do. Inventory, show all skills. Nature. That's a crit fail.
Sure, demons can be blue, who knows?
With a cloak and a little bit of makeup, we might be able to get you to look like someone else. You may have to ditch the mask, however. Not ditch so much as not have it on should someone look into the cloak.
I purse my lips behind my mask as I think. There are three things I cannot hide. One is my sword. A second is my mantle. The third is my satchel. Everything else, if the need calls for it, I can do without.
The mantle is what exactly?
It's like a mantle across the shoulders that's connected to my cloak and my hood. It's the item that I got from Vaxeldon back at Vasselheim. So it's kind of a cloak and mantle and hood that's vaguely decorated with like feathers around the shoulders. It complements the outfit very well, but taken by itself, it looks like it could just be a raven-themed cloak.
Could a forgery kit be used to make her look like a Kenku?
That would be
not forgery kit, a disguise kit?
You can certainly try.
Oh god. Wait, doesn't the sorcerer have polymorph? Or the bard?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you accidentally turned her into harpy at one point.
Oh no, that was the sorcerer.
Oh, that was
That was
Joseph.
unintentional.
Okay. Alright, so after a few moments of racking my brain and thinking it over, oh, it's really, really hard to hide Cure in a place. Well, I'm stumped. Unless we find a way to conceal and hide you or make you look like a giant bird, I can't think of anything else that might help. And that's said kind of out loud to the group.
I kind of look across at Josen and Seamus to see what they're thinking.
I set my coffee cup down, but I'm still silent. I'm just looking down at the bottom of it, just trying to think of something that'll work.
Well, I suppose if my mantle and sword are within reach, I could part with them.
Well, with a large enough cloak, you could keep your sword well within reach, and your mantle as well. It'd just be a matter of fooling anyone who would look into the cloak, look in through the hood. This place is rather bright. To see your mask would be a dead giveaway. To see the blue face of an ASMR, well, there's only one other in town that I've seen. We could, simply enough, just throw some makeup on you. Some pale beige or something exotic like red like a devil.
I'm just making a face behind my mask. I am willing to do what is necessary to fulfill our task and liberate Almika. I'm just not particularly very good at hiding myself.
He
Sid-
nods a little bit to that.
Cinder approaches you all and starts clearing away your empty plates as you guys realize that breakfast has wiled away.
Alright, with not Elmika, with Cinder nearby, Macklin will speak up and raise a hand. Excuse me, Cinder. You know your way around town fairly well, yes?
Yeah, lived here all my life.
Do you happen to know any shops where someone of my unique set of skills could purchase a set of prosthetics, makeup, cloaks, garments? Disguise kit.
I have one. I use it to smuggle people here and there as our order needs.
Oh, not your first rodeo then.
No.
Well, with that, he sort of turns and gestures toward Cure. I don't suppose you would know how to smuggle an ASMR through the city of Brass.
In plain sight.
In plain sight. Not out of the city, in through the city. Something...
She kind of looks you over, Cure. Well, I'd either go with a purple tiefling, something lavender. I'm assuming you're blue like Almika is.
I sigh heavily and remove my mask.
Yes. Yeah, I'd go with a purple tiefling. Maybe lavender. It'd be easy enough to shade. Either that
Wouldn't
or...
I need horns?
Oh, such a thing can be made. Or, I don't know, slap a slave collar on her, call it good.
My face goes very still.
Possibly one of the one of the options I was hoping to avoid. Bit of a delicate subject, that one.
I close my eyes and nostrils flare and take a deep breath. Are there many of my kind seen as slaves in the city?
Mostly just the one or two that are brought for the embassy. But there are all sorts of slaves. Aasimar and Celestials are rare, but not unheard of. Assuming you trust your friends not to try and sell you. As they will offer obscene amounts of money at the embassy.
I purse my lips and look across my party, then look back at her. Of the things I believe my friends would do to me, I do not think they would sell me.
Yeah, no, definitely not me. Would not.
I suppose that's one option to keep on the table.
Well, considering we're only getting close to the place, we may not have to take that route just yet, but if we need to get into Bellefleurs, that might be the only option to get us all in there at once. I'll continue to rack my brain. For now, Cinder, if you would be so kind, I would very much appreciate if you would lend me that forgery kit. I will compensate as much as as much as need be, stamp the price.
Just tell the guild leaders that I would like to go home. I miss my cat. And she leads you to a side wall. Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. That's a 20, not natural.
Okay.
Hey!
You don't even see it until she pushes the panel in. It's so well hidden that you don't. It didn't even ping on your radar.
You've got a good system here, don't you?
Well, I have a job, and if I do a good enough job, maybe I can go home, someplace a little less barbaric. She slides the panel to the side and reveals a small room.
I can appreciate a sentiment like that.
It's a thieves' hole. It's not a thieves' hole. It's a small hidden room. They're generally called priest holes. They're very small. Probably would fit 3 people uncomfortably. Has a small cot and a couple of shelves with items on it, including one disguise kit. Which appears to be it's a disguise kit with makeup and such, but also there's a small trunk on the floor with clothing in it. What's mine is yours.
Many, many thanks, Cinder. I appreciate it. And Macklin will begin looking through the clothes, glance through the makeup and whatever, putty or prosthetics can be used to try to piece together something that would work for Cure in this case. Cure, if you wouldn't mind following, I need to make a fiend out of you.
Oh, goddess preserve me.
Hopefully not too much. I mean, we are talking demons here. Demon lineage, sorry, I'm being offensive.
Cinder just shrugs her shoulders. It takes a little bit more than that.
I'll grunt and stand and follow Macklin, sliding my mask very slowly into the satchel I'm carrying.
Alrighty. With that said, Disguise Kit. Do we know what stat the Disguise Kit uses?
I believe it is sleight of hand. I believe it's Dex. Give me a moment and I will double check.
Sorry. Having meltdowns about remotes.
Oh no.
You know what? Roll me Dex plus your proficiency.
Okay, because I have tool expertise for the Disguise Kit.
Yeah, that's your proficiency.
Yeah, that's a 24.
Okay. What are you turning Cure into?
I'm gonna take Cinder's suggestion and go with a lavender tiefling.
Okay. Your hand. You've got a good hand with makeup. You've gotten some shit for it before, but you're.
Phone's ringing. Hold on. Hello.
Scramble.
Oh, I'll be out in a moment.
Food.
Alright, food just arrived. Sorry, I will be back in 1 sec.
No worries.
Carry on without me or narrate without me, I'll be back.
Sure. While this is going on, Jocelyn and Ice, what are you doing?
I totally forgot where we were.
You are at the bar having breakfast.
You also just listen Cure and Macklin pitch ideas about how to move her through the city without drawing attention to the fact that she's a paladin of the Raven Queen. And she has surprisingly submitted to hiding her regalia if it means accomplishing their goals. Macklin is currently attempting to turn her into a tiefling, although that doesn't quite explain what they plan on doing with her armor.
So what have we decided our next steps are? Are we investigating the Baroness bar? Or are we finding the slave girl first?
Well, Almika was just filling in some information from the summary. Cure did arrange for Almika to come and act as their guide at some point in the morning. She hasn't showed up just yet.
Okay, so we're still waiting for her.
Alright, back.
I remember
back.
that. Okay, yeah, we're waiting for her, and then I think... Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. What times?
Did Heather step away?
No,
She's back.
Okay.
So, Macklin, you used to get a lot of shit for your handiness at disguise kits, but damn if you aren't just a little proud of the lavender tiefling that stands before you, wearing Cure's features, and Cure's armor, but definitely a lavender tiefling.
Alright, he nods and looks it
Do
over.
I have horns?
You do. You have. They're made out of paper mache, but they look really, really good.
A little blush here, a little bit of glimmer here. There we go. A little sparkle thing. Wonderful. And he steps up,
This is
standing there.
humiliating.
Humiliating. Have you seen yourself? It's gorgeous. And he looks her over and just. Now it looks like a tiefling paladin of the Raven Queen.
It does. It looks like a tiefling paladin of the Raven Queen.
All right, so I will see if I can't find a cloak that we can use to cover the feathers and the insignias.
Sure. Are you digging through the dress-up trunk?
Yeah.
Okay. You do find some gorgeous-looking silks that you could probably drape.
These things typically don't have builds about as wide as yours with the armor, but damn it, you
I
wouldn't look good
can
in this.
remove the armor.
Sorry, I was playing with the snap bracelet.
I can remove the armor.
Wouldn't that expose you, though?
It certainly would, if we were to fight.
Well, avoiding a fight might be in our best interest. We are still new in town. Alright, let's see. Let me help you unbuckle that. And Macklin will help with the armor situation. I'm sure it'll all be safe here.
It better be. So with her armor removed and her mantle set aside for the moment, she just has kind of her normal boots and just kind of a black breeches and a undershirt.
Of course. You can always trust a thief to take good care of your belongings.
I think this is the first time anyone's really seen her without her armor, since she tends to kind of sleep off by herself with her armor just kind of piled around her.
I thought she just ripped his shit and just painted the armor on.
She actually has kind of a slim build, but she's not skinny. She's slim, but very obviously muscular. Like, she's used to carrying like hundreds of pounds of equipment with her wherever she goes.
Looking at it, you wouldn't think that she'd be wielding that giant sword as well as you do. Good on you.
Cinder kind of moves
Scowling.
past you and pulls out a long, kind of a deep blue silk robe with gold and silver trim. And she puts it on your shoulders. There you go. It'll stick out a little less if you're wearing some finery.
I hope I don't look as ridiculous as I feel.
Only slightly less than you feel, I think. Is there a way to fit her mantle, her protective mantle, on while wearing the silk? Can that cover it up?
You could wear it like over top and it would probably look decorative.
Yeah, just keep the feathers around the collar poking up.
Mhm.
That should do.
Currently holding on to the scabbard of my sword in one hand.
Oh, the scabbard. Where's that located exactly on Kier's body?
Yeah, I usually wear it on my back. At the moment, since I had to remove all my armor, I'm just holding it in one hand.
Right, Macklin will pan around and glance at Kier's back and see if the scabbard on the back can add to the outfit, or if it would detract from it.
It's doable.
That'll work fine. For the elegant, noble tiefling who's both sassy and willing to cut a bitch, if need be.
Suppose I can agree with one of those statements.
I think you're passable. I think this'll work.
So how do I look?
I'm biased. This is my work. You should ask the others.
Oh, wonderful.
If it's any consolation, I think you look wonderful. As far as tieflings go. Which is good. Tieflings are good.
I kind of look at my armor and my shield mournfully. I did agree to this. Alright, let's see if Almika's gotten back yet.
Alright, with Cure, for some reason having agreed to this, we'll start on our mission, I guess. Meet with Almika, then make our way to Belfloors. Was that the plan?
Yes, I think so.
Close enough.
Alright.
I believe we're going to take Almika with us because nobody pays attention to her.
Yeah.
She has not arrived yet.
She hasn't
Yeah,
arrived
right.
yet, though.
Are there any reflective surfaces in the bar?
Sure. There's bottles and stuff. If you ask, I'm sure Cinder would lend you a looking
Not sure if I
glass.
want to ask. I just happen to catch my reflection, just pause and stare.
Sure, why are you staring at yourself?
I squint at Josen.
How does Josen know she's staring at herself?
Hear it. Ooh. Oh.
He can hear it.
How is it you put it, Macklin? Willing to cut a bitch?
Yes, I believe that's the correct terminology.
Why are we cutting female dogs?
Because they've slighted us, Josen, and we need to put them in their place.
Well, where I come from,
That
we don't-
actually earns a slight snirk from Cure.
don't generally cut dogs because
Oh, stop being obtuse. You know what it's meant.
I don't get your innuendos.
It wasn't an innuendo, it was an insinuation.
Right, now, Almika, she was supposed to meet us here, correct? Is she, perhaps lingering outside? And Macklin will make his way to the door and look for Almika.
Okay.
I'm still kind of staring at myself in the mirror. Not sure what to think of this.
It's beautiful, darling. It's gorgeous. Enjoy it.
It's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Macklin, roll me a
I
perception
look
check.
Girly.
Perception check?
You do look girly, Cure.
There's nothing wrong with looking girly. Once in a while, it's, quite entertaining. Perception?
Yeah.
Alright. Am I rolling with advantage? Because I'm looking for a person?
Yeah, you're in a city.
Alright, let's do it up. 17.
No sign of her.
Well, this is peculiar. This is the place and the time. I look back to Cure. Almika didn't mention that there might be anything that could, slow her down, did she?
An embassy full of devils.
I wonder if associating with us could have caused her... Perhaps we should make our way to the embassy before Belflours.
I kind of cock my head, thinking for a moment, and then nod slowly.
Now, as far as I know, only you have been their cure? If you'd be so kind as to lead the way, I'll keep an eye out. See if I can't weave in and out of the crowd to notice things before they notice us.
Very well, though I feel exposed dressed like this.
Oh well, you've got a champion of Hades with you, right? Chosen. Be her arm candy. I'm sure it'll be a fun experience.
I don't know what you're referring to, but yes, I will follow.
And Seamus, have you picked out a persona? I remember the last devil you turned into was rather fine looking.
I move the mug out of the way, the table, and outside of normal people, I don't think I can hide here.
Tilts his head a little bit. Makes you say that?
I'm not sure if I'm remembering right their book. I know that my ability doesn't hide one, but I don't remember what kinds can see through it. I know humans, gnomes, unless they're really looking to see through it, they don't have a problem. I can slide past them, but I know that we're in a place that I was never really designed to go through.
I see.
And without our guide, people will be looking at all of us, and I am most certainly different.
He nods a little bit, noticing that, well, both Cure and Seamus are kind of exposed here. Well, we could always do you up. There should still be enough makeup.
By all means, I shouldn't be the only one to suffer.
Birds of a feather commiserate together.
I wish I had
That's
some
another
sort of
Raven joke.
arcane ability or quick painting skills. I'm certain a certain Ilya would love to see you this way.
Scowl at him.
I mean, I've been known to hear stories of certain nobles who take their disguise kits into the bedroom. It's not that uncommon. Let's just
Macklin!
think so. I'm just saying.
That lavender goes a little deeper.
Sorry, raw nerve. I apologize. Out of character, you're thinking about it.
Ice, I wouldn't worry about the form that you take. Take any form that you wish. I don't think they're gonna be. We're in the land of deceivers as it is. I don't think they're worried about what you are underneath your skin.
Good point. Just don't reach for their coin purses and you should be fine.
I'm more concerned with the ones that might be able to see. I would not do well. I can't go back to a situation like that.
Is Cinder in the area?
She's behind the bar, pretending to wash dishes.
What do you mean by a situation like that?
When we walked in, does she know that Ice is a changeling yet?
Yes.
She's managed to put it together, yeah.
No, what happened?
I do not think I would fit in well, says the changeling to the Azamar in the City of Brass. Get over it.
Well, let the boy talk.
It's not a mean spirited get over it. Just a come on, we have business to do.
I push the mug away. I stand up, and just all the glamours fall. Just solid white eyes, off-white grayish skin, mid to long white hair. I pull it back, tail it off, wrap the scarf around, kind of Middle Eastern style, and then I put my hand on my short sword and I walk to the door.
Cinder just
Fine,
looks.
let's go.
Cinder looks at you. You know, only a couple types of demons have true sight, right?
And we're going to the ambassadorial wing or wherever to get back Almika because she's not made it.
I kind of cock my head a little bit as he's finishing up his change, and I go about removing my mantle. And as he approaches, I hand it to him. You can be my doppelganger assassin.
It's not a terrible idea.
Oh.
I look at the mantle. I look back at Pure. And out of character, actually, it's not out of character, but like me talking as player. So that would be the Death Watch mantle, right?
Yes. It just looks very impressive, which is why she's giving it over to you. She's still attuned to it? Is that a thing? Can I give items away that I'm still attuned to?
If you don't have it, you're no longer attuned to it. Have to be wearing it.
So if he gives it back to me, I have to reattune to it, or would the attunement just kick in again?
You would have to reattune to it.
God damn it. Well, she still makes a gesture.
Not many people know the difference between a changeling and a doppelganger, myself included. And I've been everywhere. No, except here. And hell.
I look at the I look at the mantle. I look at Cure. No. It's too tempting. And I don't want to...
I'm already putting it back on, just like there. Oh,
No,
Cure looks a little relieved that you said no.
I shake my head. That's a deity I don't need on my bad side. Or I don't need to be on the bad side of that deity.
fair enough, but the mention of assassin did get me thinking. I mean, if your face is covered up, who's to say what you are? True vision is not X-ray vision, is it?
No. Cinder says from behind the bar with her natural 20 on that roll. True vision is seeing the ability to see through illusions, not the ability to see through disguises.
Ah. And we do have some decent disguise materials.
Since you're talking about disguises, would it be possible to make Macklin look like an imp? I feel he has the mannerisms of one and would pull it off quite brilliantly. Cure appears to be getting comfortable with this idea.
It has a spare mask. I'll put on a mask, but you can't hide eyes.
He does have a spare mask. Oh, it's a mask of a raisin queen. Couldn't work out, but the disguise kit likely has one, yes. Perhaps a half mask, a bit of scar on the side of the face. Oh yes, I've got some ideas.
Does Josen still walk around with the bandana around his eyes, or does he walk around clear-eyed?
I think he ditched the bandana.
Just
Josen might have stepped away. I'll check with him when he gets back.
Alright, so shall we go back and do more disguise kit rolls?
I think Macklin deserves the chance to pass himself off as an imp.
Not hard.
Ice? It's up to you.
Only if that's what the mask look like. Only if that is what the mask looks like.
Is that the Raven Queen's mask?
No, it's not. And no, that's a little specific. That exact max. You know what? Roll me just a pure fucking luck roll. Just roll me a d20.
What the hell went supersonic?
That was me, sorry. I laughed and squeaked.
That was a squeal if I've ever heard one.
I had a wheeze laugh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It was pretty goddamn adorable.
Wow.
Well, it's summoned Joseph
What'd
back.
you roll?
Sorry.
You said pure fucking luck, so there's nothing to it, just whatever the roll is.
Just roll me, just a straight d20.
9.
No.
It doesn't have to have that design, like the special design. It just has to be that.
Just a flat white porcelain mask. A masquerade mask.
Again, that would be the same mask that Cure has.
Cure's mask has gold on the inside, if I recall correctly. Unless she happens to have a secondary Raven Queen
I
mask
think
that is
there's
not
some
special.
scroll work on both sides of the mask now.
True.
I would not want to deface the mask by throwing red paint or purple paint on it.
I believe there was some question about whether or not Jocelyn still had a
A blindfold.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
that's
cool.
on my forehead. That's on my head, and then the circlet is over the headband. So you see my eyes.
So Macklin, will you be my imp?
I thought you'd never ask.
We'll assist him with his disguise kit check.
Sure. Alright, roll me a disguise check with advantage, Matt.
With advantage, okay. Let's do it. Disguise kit with advantage. 29.
That is a motherfucking imp.
Found some false teeth in here. They're now glued to my teeth. Chomp chomp. Oh, I feel dangerous.
You're actually, Cure, a little startled at how well you both have managed to pull this off. And you think that maybe you missed your calling on the stage.
Never too late.
Huh.
Those ASMR effects, those practical effects. Putting it out there. I saw the wedding. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
This is oddly encouraging.
All right, so then we turn to Seamus. I'm gonna rummage through and see if I can find any mask, anything that would fit him.
You know those bandanas that have like the skull design on the bottom half?
Okay.
You find like 2 of those.
So like, just covers the top part of the face, and then there's a skull where the upper lip should be,
Yeah, let me
or
show you.
the teeth.
I'll link it.
Oh, this is gonna be good. We'll add some fire to it to make it look cool.
Two questions. Would the devils or demons or anything in this area kind of like mark their slaves with like a brand or something on their forehead to display ownership? And would I know what it looks like if they did?
No. You didn't spend enough time here. Most of the time you spent in the mansion.
Oh, you know what? That would actually work really well with Seamus's white face and his black eyes. All right, so I'll see if I can grab like a dark hood. or a cloak, something tattered, with that mask, and present that to Seamus. Relatively unassuming, intimidating enough that someone may not ask you any questions if they find you in a dark alley.
Okay, you managed to rummage some things up.
Unless, of course, you'd like me to paint your face too.
I take what
Offered, and I just put it on.
You stop broadcasting.
I said I take what was offered and I put it on.
Alright, yeah, I think we're looking good. No one knows who the hell Hades is, so we're good on that front. Alright, I think we're ready.
This is a terrible idea that I believe might just work.
It's the worst ideas that do work.
It's probably not going to work.
Well, if it doesn't work, we always have knives and ball bearings.
And that is why Josen is my bodyguard. I pay him to look on the dark side of life to save me from all threats and harm.
I'll go with it.
Alright, is it possible to carry Cure's armor? I don't have a satchel big enough. That's a lot of armor.
Josen, does Josen carry his own shield?
Yes.
Can he carry a second shield?
No.
No. I do not have the strength for that.
Could I strap a shield to my back beneath my cloak
No.
to look like I'm hunched? Oh.
No.
No. You can't have armor.
Not
DM says
that
no.
giant ass shield, no.
How'd it look with ice?
Probably look fine.
I kind of give Ice a questioning look like, you want to carry a shield?
If anyone asks, you stole it.
At the first sign of trouble, just set it down and I'll pick it up.
Guys,
It's more for me than anyone else, to be quite honest.
as my eyes narrow up at Macklin, it's very obvious because the eyebrows are covering some of the white.
That actually makes for a fairly imposing look.
I grab the shield and then I wrangle it to situate on my back, just over one of my just over my bag, so it's latched in place.
I straighten it for him.
Are we ready to go?
I think so.
It is now early afternoon.
Alright, Macklin nods to Cinder. Thank you again for the advice and the use of your speakeasy.
I've never seen you or met you.
Of course. I'm just a wandering imp with our noble tiefling lord, our traveling assassin friend who steals things, and this guy. And he just sort of gestures at Josen.
My bodyguard.
The bodyguard.
The blind bodyguard.
No one knows you're blind.
He can smell
Half the
danger.
time I don't think you're blind.
I mean, the bright white eyes.
Have you... No, you haven't seen my eyes. Nor have you seen Ice's. Trust me, you don't stand out.
Very well.
Righto. Let's make haste and find Almika.
Do I recall where Almika said Gurix currently was? I know she said he was away, but...
She did not know. She said that he was going to be away for the next several days.
Alright. As we leave, I will take the lead and start us toward the Hell's Embassy.
Alright. I will... Yeah, I'm gonna follow them out and immediately make a stealth check to hide myself, weaving in and out of the crowd. That's a 30.
Okay. No one seems to even look at you.
I am just going to... Actually, the way I'm walking isn't very different from how I walk as a paladin. Basically just a confident stride of get out of my way or I will wreck you. Which should go well for a false noblewoman.
Is that intimidation, diplomacy, or...
Roll me an intimidation check with advantage, because honestly, you're not rolling a deception, because that's practically how Cure walks anyway. It's just a slightly different
That's a
walk.
17.
Okay. It's a slightly different walk, but you're basically just kind of doing what Ilya does, but
I'm
also
using her as my
yours.
model.
Yeah.
Unencumbered, Cure learns to use her hips to intimidate. She found them. They were there all along.
I don't know if she's that skilled. She would never pass muster as a seductress.
Not seductress, just
But
lethal.
imperious? Alright, so we're striding towards the embassy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As we go, I'm going to make a mental map of this place.
People are not even paying attention to you.
It's like we live here.
Honestly, it is. People just are. Their eyes just flowing right over you. You don't stick out at all.
Like Cure spent most of her childhood here.
Mm-hmm.
She never said most of her childhood. She hasn't even said her childhood.
All we know is that she was a slave here at some point. And that her parents sucked.
Okay. And you guys make it to the embassy unharmed? Everything. People just not paying attention to you. With their 4 insight rolls rolled below a 10. You seem to be drawing no one's attention as you approach the embassy.
As we approach, I just kind of take a deep breath and stride right up to the doors and... Well, I would push them open as if I owned the place.
Okay. You push open the doors and stroll in. As you walk in, the lobby is beautiful. All deep reds and blacks. I mean, it's a lobby in hell, or a lobby for hell, basically. There are a couple of creatures, demons of various sorts, kind of walking back and forth, doing work. It's like you almost... I mean, you've been in the lobby before, so... There's a desk on one end of the hall. A beautiful woman sits behind it, working on paperwork.
Kind of take a moment to take in the sights, remind myself of what a terrible, terrible idea this is.
Good, the adrenaline will keep you going. As soon as we arrive, I'll make a quick perception check to see if I cannot find our wayward ASMR.
Mhm.
22?
22. You get a good scan of the place, but you do not see any slaves, especially not any celestial ones.
Alright, with that, I will slink up next to the group, specifically toward Cure, within earshot of Seamus and Josen. No sign of her so far. Where did you leave her last? Did she say where she was staying here?
She would likely be in Gorix's quarters. I glance at the woman behind the desk. I may need your help selling this.
And see what I can do.
And I start striding towards the desk.
Okay. The succubus looks up at you as you approach, giving you a smile. How can I help you, friend?
I adopt kind of a haughty look. There is a slave that had been told to meet me and my party this morning who never appeared. I have come down here myself to see where she is at so we can go about our business. Perhaps you might be able to aid me.
Of course, I would be happy to. Oh, what is the slave's name? Race, whatever. Some sort of identifying features.
She is some sort of celestial in the servants of a demon by the name of Gurix. He is a business partner of my lord, and I was told to seek him out, and as he is no longer in the city at the moment, I was assured that his slave would show us about.
Roll a deception check.
What are you doing to help me, Macklin?
That's a good question.
Macklin just sits back and watches how this goes.
Macklin steps out from beside Cure, looking very agitated. He's shaking his head a little bit and gnashing his teeth slightly, looking very, very pensive and very, very agitated. And he then speaks up, looking up to the countertop, and starts to speak in Infernal. Where is she? Where is she? You were told to meet her at 10:10. It is now past noon. Oh, no. He's going to be very, very upset with us now.
Even I'm kind of impressed that he knows Infernal.
Time is money. Money is time. We are wasting time and money. Your lord. Forgive my tone, please. And he begins to cower in front of Cure, seeing that haughty expression, and sort of cows his head.
I smack him upside the head. That's enough.
Yes, Dobby deserved that.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah!
Alright, so that's a, that would be a 22 if I roll by myself. If Macklin counts as help, that's still a 22.
Okay, give me just a moment. Alright, with a 19 from the succubus, she just smiles at you. I'm so sorry, but there is good news for your master. Gurix is back in the city. I believe he has taken his slave to his rooms to enjoy, but I can fetch him if you'd like. What is your master's name?
Well, shit.
No.
Is there a check that I can come up with a name? That's just a straight. Straight
Is there a
for
name?
history.
Oh, Kiora is digging back into her past. Is there a name that she might have heard in passing as someone
You guys-
Gurix worked with.
You guys can roll me history checks.
That's a 17.
That's a 1.
Jim seems like a good demon name, Macklin. Probably Jim.
I look up.
17 get me. Oh,
My eyes are narrowed over everything. One does not mention the Whispered One's name lightly.
Seamus, roll me a deception check.
Can I grant advantage by cowing at the mention of the Whispered One?
Sure. Yes, you can.
His name. Not say his name, no.
That was worse.
how did this go wrong so quickly?
Not good.
Oh no.
What'd you get?
It is. My passive deception is a 23. You should really use that.
What'd you get, Sam?
Well, with advantage is 16. Without advantage is 15. That means I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Okay.
Oof.
Wow. Oh, damn.
Can
The
one
sucky-
be used here?
Nope. The succubus looks terrified at you all. Oh, of course. Would you like me to show you to his quarters, or would you like me to fetch him?
Enjoying her? Did you say? He has her now? Perhaps...
We
show us
would
the way.
not want to... shut up, Imp, and I kick Macklin. We would not wish to interrupt Lord Gurix if he has returned. If you can show us to his quarters, we would be happy to wait.
Of course, follow me. Oh, lucky she rolled this 5.
As she gets up and turns her back, I turn toward Macklin's and the others with an expression of horror on my face, like, what are we doing? And then I regain my composure and follow after her.
Okay,
A
yeah.
bloodbath to a bloodbath.
Our bloodbath. I'm looking for
damn!
exits and routes of
This-
escape as we progress through the
This
embassy.
dice likes you. She rolled a nat 1 to even hear you guys got whispering to each other. She is terrified. Her heels make this like click, click, click noise as she just leads you down the marble hallways. The floors look like us. They look like molten lava, but they're actually solid marble. And she leads you down through a maze of hallways. Macklin, roll me a survival check.
Survival?
With
All right.
advantage.
Okay. Crit.
Cool.
23 on a crit.
You are keeping, you're doing the imp thing, but you're also managing to keep a map of the place in your head, as you guys turn corners and around bends and through doors that close behind you. But you're able to keep a really good map of where you are. Something in the back of your head just says, I need to know where I'm going in this place. As you are
Yeah.
led to an office. An opulent office, beautiful silks and velvets all around. There's a few chairs set, and the succubus looks nervous as she looks you over. I should fetch him if you are here on behalf of your master. Roll me perception checks, everyone. And Jocelyn, this would be perception
6.
hearing.
I am freaked the
11.
Ow.
Oh no. Come on, Josen. Get us in the clutch.
Nat 20.
Oh.
21.
Okay.
Seamus in the clutch.
Seamus and Jocelyn, you do hear screaming in the background. The succubus bows. I will fetch Gurix forthright. And she bows to you all.
waiting until she leaves before speaking.
Okay, yeah, she heads out.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
This is very, very bad. We haven't found the orb yet.
And according to the hearing that I'm having currently, there's some nasty things going on right now.
Can't just leave her.
Or am I going to?
But if we pop the weasel here, we're gonna have to beat a hasty retreat.
Unfortunately, leaving someone to torture is not what I'm going to do.
Perhaps we come back here afterwards. Abandon the orb for now, come back after she is secure. There are 2 more orbs, one in hell and one in the Shadowfell. We can come back to this.
We cannot leave Almika here.
Of course, of course.
Nor am I. No, I'm not going to.
Ice, you still have that spell that can magically unlock things, yes?
Yes.
Well, let's hope it works on Demon Forge Steel.
Perhaps I should get a closer look. By the size of that succubus's derriere, I can probably hide behind her.
Hey, most succubuses are built like J-Lo, okay? Or
I mean,
Kardashians, I guess
I'm not disagreeing. She counts as one size, one class bigger than she is. That's full cover. With that, Maglin is going to hide.
Okay.
Wait, no, I need your help to sell the goddess.
Oh. You should have said something! 27 to hide to get a better vantage point. Actually, 27 to see if I can follow her, peek at what's going on, and then hightail it back.
Okay. Gonna follow?
Yeah.
Alright. Fucking hell, this dice loves you guys.
We really need it.
This succubus looks, apparently, is the most frazzled of succubi. As she clicks down the hall, 3 doors down, one door to the right. She opens the door and, are you trying to peek around behind her, or?
Yeah, to see beyond the opening of the door to see what's going on inside. Is there a shady spot that I could perhaps conceal myself in, or a way that I could use her silhouette to sort of hide me? Oh, or is there a corner that I could turn and I don't have a mirror, god damn. Are daggers usable as mirrors?
Maybe if they were silvered.
If they were silvered.
Try.
My perception is not high enough for that shit. If only I had a crappy Vasselheim mirror.
She opens the door. Are you peeking inside of the door at least, or from your spot kind of behind her, or?
Gonna peek inside.
Okay. You do see a Baylor, a huge fiend. Fantasia style, almost.
Oh, okay. So definitely friend material.
Definitely friend. Wings, kind of like a bull face. Holding a whip made of fire. And his back is to you, and you're having a hard time kind of seeing around him.
I can kind of guess what the fuck's going on. Is the screaming continuing, or has the screaming stopped?
The screaming has stopped.
Has it made way to like sort of just panting, or is it like flatline stopped?
Roll me perception hearing.
Okay. Oh, this is so bad. How did this all happen in one day? That's a 21. Holy shit.
What languages do you speak?
Good question.
Infernal, apparently.
Skills back. Oh, I speak a lot of languages. I'm a eloquent. I speak Common, Gnomish, Orc, Infernal, Goblin, Sylvan, and Thieves'
See you
Cant.
right back.
Okay. You hear a beautiful tumble of languages, or of words coming out. It almost sounds like a song. You've heard Cure and you've heard I Speak Celestial before, and it seems like
And
that.
I've heard the singing in Cure's house.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's probably the language that I can't speak, Celestial.
It sounds like a soft, sad song that kind of pulls on your heartstrings a bit.
Oh, that poor thing. Alright, suddenly saddened, Macklin knows that she's at least alive. He moves away from her to a corner that he can hide in while he listens to their conversation. If there is one, if he doesn't just fucking immolate her on sight for interrupting.
It looks like that is a concern as she, almost shakes with fear. Sir, there's emissaries here, and he just whips around. How dare you interrupt me? She goes, Sir, I would not dare to interrupt you, but they say they are here with the Whispered One. And you hear cursing and infernal, and things being, you hear the whip crack again. No sound after it this time, though. Who are they? What are their names?
Oops!
Whoop.
Was that loud enough for us to get out in the hall?
You guys can roll me perception hearing again if you'd like.
Nope, I don't hear it.
Oh, I know that voice.
Yeah, you feel that voice in your soul.
That's 28.
Yeah, you hear it.
Matron Mother preserve us.
Wants to know our names.
Hope y'all come up with something quick.
I am the Lady Kalamo. Just mutter that very quickly.
And Gurix, steps and he fills the entire doorway as he steps out. I will meet them in a moment. Make sure they are comfortable. And he slams the door shut in the succubus's face.
Kind of a nice guy.
She looks relieved not to have been murder death.
It's a good day to be her. I'm going to take a vial from my cloak and apply it to a rapier.
Okay. And she turns to head back to the room.
Alright,
Once again, not seeing you because I'm changing goddamn dice.
alright, so as she turns and walks away, I'm going to take an attack of opportunity. Sneak attack dice. Where is my weapon? Holy shit, this is not professional. This is not professional, and this is bad, but I gotta do it.
Wait, what?
Okay, roll an attack.
I took this shit from Cure, not from Bastion.
What?
Wait, what is he doing? What is he doing?
Unless I'm mistaken, I think he's attacking a succubus.
In the embassy.
What?
Are they within eyesight?
Is it 27 hit?
27 hits, roll damage.
27 hits, okay, so 8 damage, and she has been dosed the fuck with a hallucinogenic poison.
Alright. Oh, what's the con save?
That's a good question. I don't think you gave me a con save for this.
Okay.
I got this one from Ava at the potion shop.
How about this? What's your... Oh, let's go passive dex, because dex is your friend still.
My passive dex. Alright, sure.
So 10 plus your dex plus your proficiency.
Alright, so 10 plus dex. What's our proficiency now? 4? Hold up, gotta check it. Rogue proficiency.
And plus 4 plus 5, I think, is your dex, isn't it?
Yep.
So 19.
Yeah, I'm just trying to check what the proficiency bonus is. We are at what level now?
It's 4.
Oh, it's 4?
Your proficiency is 4.
Okay, so then yeah, it's 19.
Okay. You are so lucky.
I really don't know about that.
So you reach out and you just slice into her, and you take a good chunk out of her.
1,000 pardons. And so,
And she whips around to stare at you, and then her eyes kind of glass over as she just starts looking around, her eyes darting kind of manically.
alright, so, I begin Minor Illusion, and, creates this strobe of colors from my fingertips, moving it slowly from my left shoulder over to my right shoulder, across my face. You're having a rather terrible dream, aren't you?
She is entranced.
Not quite your day, is it? One mistake after another. Fortunately for you, you'll be awaking soon. You just have to go home and back to bed. And it'll all be over.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion.
Holy fuck, all my dice love you.
Advantage. That's 25.
She nods. You're right. You're right.
Do take care of that mosquito bite.
And she leans down and gives you a kiss on the head and walks away.
Macklin needs a bow tie so it can spin.
With a natural fucking 4! A natural 4! She gets... Yeah, she got advantage on that roll. And she got a natural 4 to...
Oh my dear
God.
She just walks away.
Alright, so I shoo her out and trail behind her, and as
I
as
just stare at
Do we go-
Macklin and this woman.
do we go back through the way that the other saw us?
Yes!
Okay, yeah. So he just walks by, hand on her, the small of her back, right above her head, and leads her off and shoos her off to directions unknown.
She looks like an overwrought human secretary. She just kind of nods to you all. Bye. And then just wanders
Farewell,
away.
beautiful.
I just stare after them, my mouth parting slowly, like, what did you do?
I hate to see her go, but I love watching her leave. We have precious few moments. He's killing her now. We should go and get her. And Macklin leads the way.
And right before that, that's when Jocelyn puts his hand on Kyora's shoulder and he says, "For now, our life bond is one. Don't go within 60 feet. Away from 60 feet of me, please." And he walks.
I grab out the sending stone from my pocket. I walk up to the door, and I slam my fist against it several times.
What are you doing?
How dare you make an emissary wait? You get your ass out here now!
What are you?
Alright, hold.
Disrespectful. Quite disrespectful. Yes, yes, yes.
With that, we are going to take a quick break because I was not planning on building this goddamn scene today. So,
Oh God, what is happening?
yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking. Oh God, what is happening? So, we're gonna take a quick break. Please get a water, go to the bathroom, as you need. I'll figure out what the fuck is going on.
So, Macklin, if you haven't looked at Kyora's name, please look at your Kyora's name.
For the Undying?
No.
Cure, what the fuck are you doing back? What? It was the right thing to do, I think.
He's changed his name several times. Earlier it was Joy, the Glass Cannon.
Oh, I love you guys.
Wow.
I don't even know.
Are we gonna die tonight?
I don't even know.
Rip, guys, let's make new characters.
My jaw just
With
dropped.
all of you guys' luck, probably gonna ruffle stomp my goddamn demons.
I don't know
just-
about that.
I'm like, is he really stabbing her in the fucking back? He's really stabbing her in the fucking back.
I thought he was joking, and then he wasn't joking. I'm like, what are you doing?
Why are you doing this right now? We just wanted to convince the demon that we wanted to buy the slave.
I mean, well, now the secretary doesn't know we've ever been here. I can't believe that worked. He hypnotized her with a hallucinogenic drug.
A succubus? A succubus? That's the weakest fucking succubus I've ever seen.
She rolled with advantage to resist the poison.
I know. And I was expecting to go into battle mode right there.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I was like, fuck, dude. In an embassy, we're so dead. Okay, goodbye. Bye. Why are you leaving? Oh.
Oh, we still have a Baylor to deal with.
Yeah.
Cure is very keenly regretting every decision she's made today.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Like-
fine.
Having Macklin as a party member.
And then Seamus.
Dozen right now is just like, why did we meet you? I don't. Why? Why you do this to me?
Oh my god. As I quickly look over Cure's spells to figure out what is going to be helpful.
Well,
Nothing.
You're not wrong!
the good thing that I am higher than level 6. That's all I have to say. What kind of demon is this thing? Or devil is it?
It's a Baylor.
Baylor.
You know, the step just below Pit Fiend. You know, one tiny level.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cure is going to cast a spell on herself.
It's alright,
Be
you
right back.
currently
Be
have
right back.
+1 to AC and +1 to saving throws. So,
That brings my AC up to 13 if I can grab my shield in time.
I did my best. I was trying, man.
And I just swapped out my Shield of Faith spell.
Oh no. Good thing I have that. God. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
GG guys. GG. It's literally one challenge raining underneath a pit fiend.
Yep.
Yeah, I looked that up last week.
You only looked it up last week?
Well, the week when we heard it was a Baylor.
Okay. I believe one of the Unearthed Arcana Tiefling variants at full level could summon a Baylor, if I recall correctly. Which is badass. 'Cause, 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 'cause Jesus Christ, can we not eat any food anymore?
Nope. Oh no.
Captain Crunch peanut butter is being called for salmonella. Romaine lettuce is being called for E. coli. What the fuck is going on with the world?
You guys are so fucked. I don't even know what you guys
Poor
are.
American health standards.
Mind you, when she said you guys are so fucked, she wasn't talking about the American health system or anything. She was talking about the Baylor incident.
Oh, we know.
I have plans. They're not going to live past encounter, but I have plans.
Just to toss it in there, the moment that Ice does his command, Cure is casting a spell.
Usa.
Finally, I can eat dinner. Cure, the maker of Profound.
This is obviously not what she looks
Profound
like, but
mistake.
it's the best I could come up with on short notice.
Refreshing, because apparently I can't see what everyone's supposed to see.
Not yet. I haven't moved it over yet.
Oh, okay.
No, we could totally theater of the mind it.
You're the maker of profound mistakes.
Mistakes. There we go. That's a big damn pleasure pit.
Oh my god. What even the fuck?
Don't worry, guys. I've got a plan. You may want to run.
And look how well these plans have gotten us so far. All of our plans are terrible.
I mean, flying by the seat of our pants has gotten us this far.
I mean, it really has, actually.
I'm just saying, with this stunt that Seamus is pulling, he can no longer bring up the Draco Lich to Cure. They're even. This is it. Like, this is balance the scales.
You guys are beyond even at this point.
Only if this doesn't work.
Oh my god.
Okay, so is everyone back?
Unfortunately,
Most of us haven't left. Rob is eating food.
That's
alright, I'll see you guys next week, alright?
fine.
It's okay, guys. We're just gonna all die, and we're gonna have to make new characters. It's fine.
Hey guys, well, I'm bigger than the Baylor, so we're good. Bitches.
Just saying, as soon as Ice starts screaming through the stone, casting protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay.
Do I have
You
any
also
spells
have
that
a
would work?
warding ball, don't forget that.
Warning bomb.
Warding bond. You take half damage on all damage. You get +1 to AC and +1 to saving throws.
And Jocelyn, please remember you have Revivify.
Johnson knows what he has. He also has Mass Healing Word and Mass Cure Wounds.
Damn!
Okay, sweetie, when you take away the icon that I placed down, I no longer have control.
I didn't take it away. I moved it.
I had my icon in the place you just dropped my icon. or a secondary icon. I was in my elf outfit.
Alright, just move your icon. Okay, everyone gets one. Because there were like 4 versions of
No.
Maglin, and
I put mine on the table, and then you
fine.
overrode it.
Put yours in again. Okay.
That one I can control. The other one I can't.
Well, fine. Alright.
Oh boy.
What kind of spells do I have here?
Oh.
None that will help you.
I mean, it's just one demon, right? We should be fine.
Everyone can roll me initiative, please.
Okay.
We technically didn't engage it though.
That's
Just
fine.
in case.
Just in case. You know.
Just in case we're about to... I'm gonna keep that 18. Chances are I can't roll above it.
I'm stuck with the 2. So armorless AC is calculated as 10 plus your dex. Cure has no dex.
You have 10 AC. Well, you have 11 AC.
Actually, with the Deathwalker's Ward, my AC is currently 13, counting the Ward and Bond. If I grab that shield, it'll be up to 15, which is a little more respectable.
Yeah, you got this.
Then stay behind me and grab the shield if you need it.
We should have thought there was an armory in this place.
Should have a lot of things.
I mean, if we didn't, he was gonna kill her. Right?
True?
I mean, we don't know that.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, so,
Mine was an 18, by the way, for initiative.
14,
Ah,
Jocelyn,
motherfucker.
so 14.
Good news is, go before the fuck face.
We're not necessarily in initiative yet. This is a just in case turn order initiative.
Listen,
people.
I understand that. But knowing you, knowing Cure, and knowing myself, this is gonna end up in a fucking battle.
I mean, we'll see.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, Seamus, you were bashing on the door?
Yes, is it locked?
No, it swings open.
Oh no.
I storm in, and I hold up the sending stone, and I look at the Baylor.
I
You send
hurry
them a
down the
message.
hallway, and I stay just outside of the door.
The dumb bitch vampire couldn't handle them. You're up.
Oh my, yeah. See, knowing you, knowing Cure, and knowing myself.
Which vampire? What? Who? Handle who? What? Oh.
They managed to reclaim the temple. He's not pleased.
Roll a deception check.
At least I'm barely doing it.
Very, very cross.
I'm staying outside of the door and just kind of listening. My heart is hammering so hard, I'm pretty sure Josen can hear it.
Slow it down. I'm trying to listen.
20, not natural. I can't look at her. I can't know what the result is. I'm just gonna have to wait.
He turns to you, the whip made of fire in one hand, his sword crackling with lightning energy. Who are you?
The name is Ice. I get sent on stupid missions like this to pass on information to people because they need to know. And unfortunately, they took down our portal room, so I had to come here the long way. And I hold up the sending stone with more authority. I'm only here to pass a message. He wants you.
I take a moment to like make this warding sign of the Raven Queen. Take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. Count to 3. And then I turn and move slowly into the room behind Ice.
Okay, so Ice is about here. So you're moving about here?
Yeah.
Is it dimly lit in there?
It is dimly lit.
Taking advantage of the dimness and Cure's movement and Seamus in front of me, I'm going to stealth my way into the room.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
And
I can't be sneaky.
I'll speak as I enter. Forgive the rudeness of our interruption, but our Lord is most pressed for time and seeks your assistance, Master Gurix. Swallow down the bile rising in my throat.
Okay. Roll me a deception check.
Oh god.
Nice!
Okay. He narrows his eyes at you. As he looks you all over. And who sent you? You do not look like any of the generals that I have seen of his. Whose servants are you?
I bow deeply. In fact, I take a knee.
I step forward incredulously, still holding it up. Who said we were generals? We're messengers.
The
The
servant
Whispered One,
of the Whispered One.
Vecna. He doesn't send generals just anywhere. He sends them to defend. Unfortunately, a handful of them have been weak to a small group of interlopers that don't deserve life. I hear one of them might have had a run-in with you in the past. And I keep holding up the stone. Now, are you going to heed his call?
Persuasion check, please.
Ugh, I fucking hate this die, but I'm not giving it up. You said persuasion, right?
Mhm.
Yep, that's 16.
I was about to say
My
I could
my
assist.
passive is always higher.
Inspire yourself, dude.
You're a
yes.
bard! Do it!
Yes, I inspire my performance. I can't inspire myself right now without looking odd.
You can still inspire yourself. It's like it's your inner voice cheering yourself on.
You're chewing the scenery. You're putting on a production. Furious indignation. Oh God!
He moves to you and stands towering above you. And how do I know this is not some trap by the interlopers?
Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but... And I kind of raise my head, but I keep my eyes downcast without looking at him. Do you truly believe our adversaries to be so foolish as to attempt to challenge you within the bastion of hell itself within this plane?
I'm going to
Such an action would be the height of impertinent stupidity.
I'm going to let you roll me a persuasion or a deception, whichever
Persuasion.
you choose.
Can I quip in and grant advantage?
Please?
Sure.
So in Infernal, this imp steps out from behind behind Seamus, sort of wringing his hands like a greedy little money-stealing rat. Too big, too majestic and large. Foolish, foolish, they would come here. Suicide. A mortal sin.
I'll take it.
Okay.
23.
I swear to God, you guys did a voodoo on my dice. He nods. You're correct. Imp. Stabilize my toy. I will be returning shortly. And he grabs the motherfucking sending stone.
Oh!
And with a natural one disappears.
Did he just disappear into a volcano?
Macklin stands there, straightens his back.
Did we just convince him to take a sending stone into a volcano?
He runs his hands through his hair and looks at Seamus.
What the actual fuck?
What? The animated fox has died! And I punch Seamus very lightly in the kidney.
I cast Healing Word on.
Jocelyn just looks.
I cast
like,
Healing Word on the lovely young lady who has definitely been despoiled, and I say in a very calm tone, I told you I had a plan.
Jocelyn just like walks up to him again. You should convince a devil to. I'm impressed.
Seamus has been holding out on us. I, for one, am quite frankly insulted.
I don't know what you're talking about, Macklin. I told you all about it.
I just shake my hand at Seamus.
I kind of wander up just in this state of shock, just looking around the room and staring at Seamus.
Just sent Garrix into the middle of the elemental plane of the ocean.
Yes, that's where it was.
I thought it was the regular ocean.
No. Even better, all portals require a vocal component that he cannot use in the water. He's dead in about a couple hours.
Got a lot of HP to burn through per turn.
Oh, that devil is going to go to hell and get such a demotion.
Does Seamus mention this out loud?
Again! Again! This is the second time Garrix has been tricked by motherfucking adventurers!
He's a very gullible devil. I gotta admit it.
God, he rolled like 4 9s and 2 3s and a 1.
He rolled a 1 against my persuasion check.
He rolled a 1 against this seems fishy. I shouldn't grab the sending stone and teleport blindly.
Seems legit. Swipe.
DC was 5.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna investigate this torture rack for signs of traps or means to disable it.
Anyways, I'm gonna walk up to the girl and
She's healed by 14 HP. Because I
Okay.
used healing word at 3rd level.
I'm gonna use Cure Wound at 3rd level on top of that.
Alright. She's pretty torn up, but between Seamus and Johnson, you guys got kind of get her stabilized. She's definitely gone several rounds with Gurex. And she does rouse when you all enter and looks at you all confused, not recognizing you. And kind of trying to scurry away with what little strength she has. Roll me all dexterity saving throws.
I'm sorry, the number was actually 17.
Okay. All of you roll me dexterity saving throws.
1.
29.
Okay.
Uh, 16.
Oh, cure. You're sick. Wait, what's your...
Hey, it's okay.
Cure.
Hello.
What's your ability mod?
Oh, right. Dexterity saving throws. They get buffed.
Yeah, +5.
Okay, so I've got a 7.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Which
you
also
buff
means
us
that I have a
too.
21.
Okay.
Yeah, which means that I
12?
have 20. Yes.
Oh, so that's a
And Macklin has
34.
34.
Wait, do we get a double buff?
No, your paladin aura gives us additions
right.
because you're
Oh,
within 2
motherfuck.
feet of us.
That's true.
Yeah, it applies to yourself and everyone around within a 5-foot arc currently.
Right.
So the deck save, you pushed all of us above 20 except for yourself. Well, you pushed Macklin to 30 because he's just that badass.
He's very nimble.
So all of you managed to kind of duck out of the way as you see her kind of wake up and move suddenly. Cure, you weren't expecting it. You take 15 points of radiant damage.
Take half of that
She-
cure.
Lashes out.
And I take half of what's left.
You take
Well,
out.
Please.
So 7 would be halved.
My, for a woman set to die today, you sure have a lot of life in you. Cut that out.
Oh.
We're here to save you.
15 half would be 7 because of Josen, and then my radiant resistance will bring it down to 3, I believe.
Yeah,
But I still take 7.
but you still, yeah, right. Johnson, you still take 7.
That kind of wakes me from my stupor of, oh my god, this actually worked. What? Almika, we're here to save you.
She looks at you all very confused and very scared.
I'd like to do an Arcana check on her collar. Wait, is the collar still on?
The collar is off. She's in fact chained to the table, though.
He was into some jerk.
Is it locked? Is it like a lock or just clasped chain?
It's locked.
I cast knock to unlock the chains.
Okay.
Doesn't that create a big noise?
No, that's Shatter.
For,
oh wait, no,
for,
not
no,
that.
no, for like 200 feet, which is the majority of this room, and then down a hall that no one is down because we sent her home.
There didn't seem to be anyone else there, did there?
No one has a silent spell, do they?
Nope.
I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on her, so she needs to make a Charisma saving throw if she wants to test it.
If she wants to keep flipping out.
Natural 20, she's still freaking. She
Still
does not
freaking.
know who the fuck you all are. You're all wearing disguises.
I'm not. I'm still the same old me.
Okay.
So I'll
I'm-
step forward and be like, "Don't worry, it's just us."
We met you yesterday. It's Kior. I walked you back here to this infernal place.
What are you all doing here?
What do you think?
You're going to get yourself killed.
Gurix is taken care of. Please come with us.
What do you mean
We
taking
have
care
already
of?
achieved the impossible. I don't think we can do much worse.
What do I mean taken care of? I mean, he is currently spending an hour or so dying in a sea of endless water. Can we please go?
Yes, hopefully he's dead for good, but perhaps we should move quickly, in case he's not.
That's exactly what he sounds like in the water right now.
Sorry, guys. So disgusting. Do you start making the door? Okay. Are you
I quickly look at everyone and I look around. Do we think that there's genuinely an orb here that we have to take care of, or do we want to get back?
There probably is an orb, but... Well, we're going to be on borrowed time once they figure out something's happened to Gurix.
Well,
Alright, we're gonna pause. Sam, can you take it, please? Sorry, I thought that was gonna be a quick decision. Did not expect you guys were gonna have to decide that.
We have to talk over everything. When we don't, things like this happen.
We talked for hours before this happened. Well, I mean, I didn't set this down.
I mean,
Fucking Lord, I can't believe
this was
that
just
happened.
random.
Yes.
I can't believe that happened either.
It went pretty well.
That
This
went
went
about
pretty
as well as it
amazingly
could
well.
ever have gone.
I don't know how that happened.
So many shitty rolls.
The matron of ravens was on our side.
Some good lies and a vial of hallucinogenic poison. That's all you need.
I thought we were gonna die.
So did I. I didn't nerf anything. I didn't mess with any numbers.
He was a Baylor, a challenge rating of 19.
Holy shit, that's what we walked into?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Man, dude, if you
Can't tell.
step near him,
His eyes
if
are
you
buried into
step
your shoulder, that's why
near
they are.
him, you take 3d6 fire damage. If you hit him with a melee weapon, you take 3d6 fire damage.
Good thing we were wearing our scarves.
He has a plus 14 to hit.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean,
He doesn't even have to try, and he'll hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He literally just has to stand next to you.
Cure, what the fuck just happened?
That's bards, man.
They are nice to have. But, I mean, you know, he could have also got us killed.
Yep.
Just keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, that was an incredibly risky play, but damn if it didn't work out.
I'd rather focus on what he did do rather than focusing on what he didn't.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Let's keep in mind, he almost got us killed.
We can't let it go to his head.
Why don't you change him really quick while it's warming up?
I think we should convince him to take a sending stone.
Because this get frozen, so it's gonna go from cold.
That was cool.
I can't believe that tactic actually worked. That
It
was
went really,
amazing.
it went really well.
Okay, I will be right back, so I'm gonna go keep an eye on a bottle.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna go get seconds.
Yep.
I'm gonna sit here and ponder why that was successful.
I ran the numbers. Four level 10 players should not have been would not survive an encounter with a Baylor.
They shouldn't be able to. That's true.
Even with total cover?
Total. We should have.
I could
We
probably
should
dig
die.
a hole and get total cover.
You would have died.
Yeah, probably.
If you kill a Baylor and you are standing next to it, within, it's like, I think it's 20 feet, you take, what is it? It's fucking something
Oh, it
insane.
self-destructs.
Yeah. 30 feet. If you're within 30 feet of it, you take 20d6 fire damage.
20d6?
20d6. And you have to succeed a DC 20 dexterity saving throw.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, y'all are gonna die.
Yeah. He has magical resistance, so he gets advantage on saving throws against spells. His weapon is magical, so if you have resistance to slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning, he bypasses that. Yeah. Is resistant to cold, lightning, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons. He is not affected by fire and poison. That's no one.
One does not simply fight a Baylor.
Yeah, no, this is perfectly deceptive.
Also, he can teleport 120 feet. His weapon does 3d8 slashing plus 3d8 lightning damage. And
Should have grabbed his weapons.
a Baylor has a 50% chance of summoning a 1d8 V-Rocks, 1d6 Ezerus, 1d4 Glabzerus, 1d3 Elfschnees, 1d2 Millers, or 1 Garistro.
So he just summons an army just by spawning.
Yeah. These are ores, so he has to pick either rock, one of those. He can't do them all. He can only do it once a day.
That's not too bad.
I mean, you're taking on a Baylor plus this.
Yeah, it's, I mean, a whole team of level 19 fighters, that's... Half of us come back from the dead if we die at that level.
We're not level 19 fighters.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if... I mean, as we are now, yeah, we should have got curb stomped and then turned
Yeah.
into grout, but...
He's really for level, like, 20.
A nasty fellow.
Yeah, he's pretty much a dick.
A real nasty Nork.
Because you gotta remember, if you look at a challenge rating right now for us, if it says 19, our challenge ratings in D&D are based on four-member parties. So if there's 4 of us, the challenge rating of 19 is, that's what level we should be to fight him.
Yeah. We would need a small army of us.
We're not that.
What's that?
We're not level 19.
Just crunching numbers.
Yeah.
We're crunching on how our death could have ended up. I mean,
If we did kill him, we'd all be dead from the explosion.
yes. That's if we're in 30
Yes,
feet.
I was hoping that you guys would do something other than combat. I'm pretty pleased.
Oh yeah, this is, oof. Yikes.
Jocelyn was just waiting outside the door, and if something happened, he was just gonna be like, I mean, it was a pleasure knowing you guys.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I know I said that I want to kill these things, but I just don't have it in me anymore. I'm retiring.
He's an old man.
When you have a hit points of 262, You have advantage on every single saving throw and spells. And essentially, if anyone steps near you, you automatically do 3d6 damage. It's gonna be a tough day
It's
for
pretty
you.
rough.
But he wasn't a pit fiend, so that's a
Yeah,
positive.
that's why he was friend material. Real buddy
Yeah.
material, that one.
Yeah, really,
Go get some
yeah.
beers with him later, back when he's demoted to imp.
Been a bad fucking day.
How does that work when you're demoted from Baylord? Well, what do you turn into then?
Succubus.
Ooh. I can watch him leave.
Or an
Yeah.
incubus,
Early?
depending if you...
Cushy, stop.
Microphone muted.
Oh, Liam's not having a good time. What happened? Did we giggle too much and wake him up?
He's upset that the Baylor didn't kill us all.
Oh, he's one of those players. Well, out of character real quick. I kind of think we should leave this place and come back to it after doing the Shadowfell or Hell.
Oh God, if we go to hell, we're gonna
Oh,
run into
God, we have to go to hell. We're gonna run into him. But you know what? You know what? We could probably play the nobility of hell. You know, because they like deception, don't they? They like cunning and they respect that shit. That was a real bad turn you gave him. Slap you on the back, 1d10 fire damage, but it's okay. It's a term of endearment. You fucked this
mean-
guy up, and you're not even. You're just little. You're barely more than a twinkle in your father's eye. My
And honestly,
goodness.
he didn't get a chance to figure out who the flip we were.
Yeah. I never used my real voice.
You never saw
Microphone
Josie.
activated.
So,
Never saw Joseph.
with that, with you guys rescuing the damsel, we're going to leave it there for tonight.
Ah,
Yeah, I was
Probably a
about
good
to
idea.
say.
There's a likelihood we're going to get him back down to sleep before it's 10 o'clock. Seems slim right now.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, that's
just-
fine.
about right.
I'll just gush with Mitch and IMs and we'll geek out about this shit. Holy shit, this night.
This was astonishing.
Wow.
I'm soaking all of my dice in sage.
Good.
This is almost as good as the wedding.
Feel better? Did I make you feel
Yeah.
better, buddy?
Yeah, you know. The wedding was probably my favorite part of this game so far.
Legit.
Legit.
It was really sweet.
I really liked it. It seemed like a good time for our fellow